Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I got a question that I get a lot that I thought I'd answer, which is, can I still make money on Pluralsight? Is Pluralsight still a good idea? So a lot of you have heard of my Pluralsight story. I've got a video series on my Pluralsight story where I made millions of dollars doing Pluralsight videos. But can you do the same thing? Can you make millions of dollars doing Pluralsight videos today? So I'm going to answer that question. And before I do want to say something real quick. If you have become a Pluralsight author because of me, if you've watched my videos or you've somehow learned about Pluralsight and decided to become an author, and you've actually published a course or you're in the process of publishing a course, can you do me a quick favor? Can you tell your editor at Pluralsight that I referred you, that John Sonmez referred you, so I get credit for that? There's a couple reasons for that. One, I get paid. Who doesn't like to get paid? They do pay a referral fee, so I'd rather get the referral fee than not. And two, I like the reputation, okay? Because I want Pluralsight to continue to want to do business with me. I refer a lot of business to them. And, it's always good to get credit where credit is due. I want them to see how I'd like to do bigger partnerships with Pluralsight because they're such an awesome company. And it's really like a resource that I wholeheartedly recommend to every developer. So I'd like definitely for them to know that I'm sending them a lot of not just students, but instructors as well. So it just helps, like I said, not a huge deal. It's not going to make a huge difference, but if you don't mind, that'd be cool. So, all right, so let me answer the question here. Can you still make money with Pluralsight? Yes, you absolutely can, but it's changed. Okay, so when I started with Pluralsight, there were maybe 40 courses on the entire platform, I believe, and maybe 15 instructors. Okay, so when I got in, at one point, 10% of all Pluralsight courses were mine, right? And I was the first person to do a non-Microsoft course on the platform. I did the first Android, the first iOS course. I did an IOC course, the first one of those. I did the first Java course. I did, all kinds of stuff that was new for the platform. And so anyone wanting to learn about any of that stuff on Pluralsight, they were going to come to my courses. And so that was a huge opportunity for me. I also made a whole bunch of courses, right? I've done 55 courses for the platform. And so my success has a lot to do with that. So it's a matter of timing, as having the opportunity at the right time, which, all opportunities in life, timing is a big factor. Okay, so that's where the luck factor comes in, right? You got to be at the right place at the right time, but you got to be prepared as well. So I was prepared to take advantage of the opportunity, right? So anyway, I had an element of timing, but I had an element of very hard work of producing 55 courses, right? I always tell you guys, one of the best strategies in life to be successful, if nothing else will work, I guarantee you this will work, is to be prolific as hell. The more prolific you are, the more likely that you're going to win, that you're going to be successful in what you're doing, right? People who are prolific and extremely prolific almost always succeed by sheer fucking willpower alone, right? That's how it works. And just because when you're super prolific, you have a huge surface area of content, right? So there's a lot of chances to win, and you get really good at what you're doing when you're prolific, right? On this YouTube channel, I'm pretty fucking prolific, right? I make 2 to 3 videos a day. There's a reason why I do that, because that's what leads to success. It's a guaranteed way. So what I would say about today, okay, Pluralsight has changed, right? So at that time when I was making videos, okay, there weren't thousands of videos out there. So if I had 10% of the market share of videos on Pluralsight, I basically got 10% of the revenue, or at least, whatever my split was. But I was capturing at least 10% of the audience, right? So it was very easy. I didn't have much competition in that place. And especially when I started pumping out courses, right? I ended up having so many courses out there that I was, of the top 100 courses, at one point I had like 10 to 12 of the top 100 courses on Pluralsight, okay? I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because that was what it was then. Now, today, there are 2,000 to 3,000, there might be more, there's over 3,000 courses on Pluralsight, okay, and there's hundreds of authors. So if you put out a course today, if you put out one course, what's the odds of that course being successful, okay? Now, it depends on a lot of things. It's going to depend on, and it's not going to depend on how well you promote it, I'll tell you that, because that's not going to fucking matter, because it's too big of a pond. Like, you're not going to make a difference marketing your own course unless you have a huge audience. Even my audience, right? You guys, right? If I were to promote one of my courses on Pluralsight, it wouldn't make a dent in it. It really wouldn't, because it's so hard to there's so many courses out there. So I wouldn't recommend that. But what I'm going to say is that if you have one course, okay, and it's on the right topic, and it's on a topic that people are searching for, that people are interested in, then you could make some decent money, right? I think you could possibly make, like if you're one of the top courses on Pluralsight, right? These are just my estimations, so don't hold me to this. But I think someone who has a top course on Pluralsight might be able to make 10 to 20 grand a month in royalties, right? Depending on how their contract is set up with Pluralsight, if they have a top course. Now, but that's a top course out of 3,000 courses or 4,000. I don't even know how many courses they have now. So if you think about it, what's your odds of doing that? Okay, so it's very slim. It's very difficult. So it's become more of a marketplace rather than an exclusive club, right? When I joined Pluralsight, it was an exclusive club. There weren't many authors that were accepted. There weren't many authors at all. There weren't many courses. If you put out a course, you're going to be successful as long as it's not shit. You see what I'm saying? Today, it's very different. Now it's more like a marketplace. Now it's more like selling something on Amazon, right? Or selling something on eBay where some of the other sites, Udemy or something like that, where it's, in fact, Udemy is probably a good comparison, but you don't have any advantage, right? You don't naturally gain exposure because there's new courses coming out every day. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying here? So does that mean that you can't be successful? No, but it means that you're definitely going to have to be extremely prolific, and you're going to have to pick really good topics, and you're going to have to get a little bit lucky, right? Because you're not going to have a lot of control over the marketing. Now, I would market my course, of course, if you produce a course, but you're just not going to be able to make much of a dent unless you have a huge audience. So it's really going to come down to picking the right topics, producing a good course, and producing a lot of courses. So if you're willing to produce 20 courses, okay, on Pluralsight, and you can get approved for those 20 courses, then they're decent topics. Will you make a lot of money? Yeah, I bet you'll be making at least $100,000 or $200,000 a year if you can pull that shit off. But it's not easy. Pulling off 20 courses is really, really hard, right? The opportunity is just not as good as it was before. And that happens with any gold rush, any market. But it doesn't mean that you can't still make money. Just like people say, oh, blogging's dead. Well, I'm making a whole lot of money blogging, okay? Or YouTube's dead. Well, I'm making a whole lot of money YouTubing, okay? I didn't get in the gold rush, right? I didn't get in the gold rush in the App Store, but I came in later and I set up shop, and I had to do the hard work of extracting the ore from the mine, right? Even though the veins weren't as rich. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying here? So with anything like this, again, you're too late to be in the gold rush, okay? But it doesn't mean that you can't make money. It's just going to be a little bit harder work, and you're going to have to realize that it's a marketplace dynamic, right? That if you are competing with 3,000 courses, that you're going to have really good topics, and you're going to have a lot of exposure in order to do this. You're going to have a lot of lottery tickets, right? So here's how I would think about this, okay? And I've coached some people on this. And by the way, if you want to become an author, again, just let them know that that you heard about it from me. But the way I've talked about this before is that, let's say that you got to use very conservative estimates, right? And just to get an idea of what you're trying to accomplish here. Let's say that you produce a course for Pluralsight, okay, and they pay you to produce the course, but don't take the payment. You take the higher royalty percentage because that's a better deal, okay? If they offer you that. So you take whatever it is, and then let's say that you produce this course and it generates you, let's say, $200 a month in royalties. And that's a pretty conservative estimate based on the numbers that I know now. I don't know, it could be less, it could be more, but let's just say 200. I think that's like a pretty, very conservative estimate. So if you think about that, that's not a lot of money. So if you're just going to produce one course for Pluralsight, I'm going to have to kind of discourage you unless you want to just do it for fun or the exposure, because you're not going to make a lot. $200 a month is not life-changing. But now we multiply this out. Let's say you do 10 courses, okay? Now 10 courses times $200 is $2,000 a month. If you're getting $2,000 a month of passive income, that is life-changing. That is pretty big. Your mortgage is being paid for you, your utilities, right? You could essentially quit your job, and work part-time if you want to. I mean, these are life-changing things. So that's with 10 courses. Now, of those 10 courses, maybe one of those is going to actually produce like $2,000 a month by itself. So you might actually be at $4,000 a month. It might not. They might all produce $200 a month, and they might all produce $100 a month. I don't know. It depends on a lot of factors, right? And luck is definitely one of them. But if you produce 20 courses, it's almost guaranteed that one of those courses is going to do really well and maybe do like somewhere between $2,000 and $5,000 a month by itself. okay? And then you're going to have all these other courses that are producing, let's say, $200 a month, and now you may be making like $4,000 to $5,000 a month of passive income off of your Pluralsight courses. That's really fucking good. Now you can really quit your job and you're sort of financially independent. Like, you've kind of retired from this. I mean, you're still gonna have to do some more stuff. I'd encourage you to invest in real estate. I've got a course on investing in real estate, obviously, that you can check out if you're interested in that. But a little sidetrack there. But you can make some really good money. But you see what I'm saying is, like, it's the same thing I tell people when they say, should I do YouTube? Can I make money doing YouTube? Can I make money creating a blog, right? Can I make money doing whatever? I say, yeah, but are you willing to put in the work, right? Again, if you want to make money as an app developer, if you make 100 apps, you're going to fucking make money. If you want to make money as an author, if you write 100 Kindle books, you're going to make money, right? That's why I say that being prolific as hell is a really, really good strategy, because it's almost guaranteed to win. Like, I can't imagine someone producing 100 Kindle books and not making money. Like, they might not make a ridiculous amount of money, they may not be rich, but they're going to make some decent passive income. Same thing here with this Pluralsight opportunity. So I would encourage you, this is what my strategy would be if I were you, okay? If you're interested, if you think you can make some money doing Pluralsight and you think it might be fun, okay? Go make one course, get approved to make the course. It's not easy, okay? Again, tell them that I referred you. That will help you a little bit. At least someone will know my name and say, okay, well, let's pay attention to this person's audition tape, okay? So you do the audition, you make one course, and try to make it a good course on content that is likely to be searched, right? Something popular, okay? If you do it on some really obscure topic, I'm sorry, but maybe you'll get some views on that, but it's not going to be, that's not a good strategy. You want to be as mainstream as possible in this particular case, okay? And then when you produce that course, see what you make. Maybe you make a couple $100s a month. Then calculate the numbers and scale that up and see what can you do, and then make a decision. Either stop and just have the one course out there and be like, cool, I'm a Pluralsight author, and use that to promote yourself, which is good. It's not bad at all, okay? And then you have a couple $100 extra bucks coming in your pocket per month. Or make a shit ton of courses. Commit to making at least 5 or 10 courses, right? What the worst strategy is, this is the worst strategy, is to become a Pluralsight author today, okay? And to make like 5 courses over the next 3 years. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, and it's not gonna make a shit of a difference in your life, right? You're not gonna make enough money that it's gonna matter, okay? And you're gonna be spending a lot of time doing this, right? It's better to just say, look, I did one and I'm done. I don't like it. It's too hard and I'm not making enough money. Or I'm doing 10 or I'm doing 20 of these courses. You see what I'm saying? Something like that. Don't go in the middle. And this is where most people fail in life in general, right? I mean, this is just a good life lesson, which is that most people, they don't fully commit. They do half measures, right? Half measures suck. Half measures is where you waste your fucking time. You either don't do a thing or you fucking do it all out, right? When you do it half measure, you waste the time and you put forth the effort, right? But you don't get the benefit, right? When you do a full measure, when you go full out, you get a much larger benefit than you do when you go with a half measure. So again, in summary, is Pluralsight a good opportunity? Can you still make money today? Of course, you can. But it's not as easy as it was before, and you're going to have to go full out. You're going to have to do a lot of courses, and you're going to have to be very strategic and make sure that you do courses on relevant topics that are going to get searched on. And there's still no guarantees, but I think that there was a point in my life where if someone told me that there was something I could do that could make me $50 a month of passive income, I'd fucking do it, and I'd do it 100 times, okay? Because that adds up. So it's almost like a guaranteed. I mean, if you make a course, you're going to make some money off of that course as long as it's a semi-decent course and a semi-decent topic, right? But you're going to have to do a lot of them if you want to have that effect, right? It's not like it was before. And even before, right? When I first got into Pluralsight, there were a lot of authors that had the same opportunity as me, but they didn't make courses, okay? They made like maybe 2 courses or 3 courses, right? While I was pumping out course week after week and ended up doing 55 courses, right? The reason why I got to where I was because I was willing to do that, and it was especially the right time to do it, right? But that same strategy could work today, and maybe you'd be even more successful than me. I don't know, but things have changed. So I don't necessarily recommend, I think before, the difference that I would say is that before, someone could do like 5 courses on Pluralsight when they first started up, and they could make some decent money, Okay, but today if you do 5 courses, it's not going to be a lot of money. I don't think so. I think 10, 20 courses, you're going to have to do enough that you're going to have a couple of lucky ones in there that do really well in order to really make some money. So, all right, that's all I got for you today. Again, if I referred you as an author, if you heard about Pluralsight from me, definitely, let them know. I'd appreciate that. And then also, if you haven't signed up for Pluralsight, if you just want training, go sign up, go use my link here. And, it's obviously it's an affiliate link, but they're really freaking awesome. So that's why I promote Pluralsight so much, is because it's like the best resource that you can have as a developer. I stand by that. Like, I'm not bullshitting you here. I don't make like a huge amount of money from the referrals, but it really is the best resource. I can't think of a better resource, especially now that they have like 3,000 videos, or how many videos that they have on there. So, all right, or courses, not videos. It's not even videos, it's courses. All right, that's all I got for you today. If you liked this video, make sure to click the subscribe button below, click the bell, so you don't miss any videos. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.